Reading Aldous Huxley's book on the Perennial philosophy recently, something in it really struck a chord with me. In case you haven't heard of it, the Perennial philosophy posits a single golden thread of truth running through all the world's major religions. See my other video, Spiritual but Not Religious? You may believe in the Perennial philosophy for a more detailed introduction. What Huxley describes is a philosophical method leading to the revelation of the highest spiritual reality. It has been described by teachers and sages from a multitude of traditions and cultures, and can be practiced regardless of your beliefs. The truth you already know. The ultimate truth does not need to be sought out and discovered. No new knowledge needs to be added to your mind. There are only things that need to be taken away. Huxley shares the following quote from Dionysius the Areopagite, an Orthodox Christian from the 5th century. "This is not unlike the art of those who carve a lifelike image from stone, removing from around it all that impedes clear vision of the latent form, revealing its hidden beauty solely by taking away. For it is, as I believe, more fitting to praise him by taking away than by ascription. For we ascribe attributes to him when we start from universals and come down through the intermediate to the particulars. But here we take away all things from him, going up from particulars to universals, that we may openly know the unknowable, which is hidden in and under all things that may be known." Changing tack from west to east, my fellow medium writer Thomas A. Vick explains the Who Am I technique from Buddhism, describing it evocatively as a wrecking ball whose purpose is to burn everything. It's not a path to truth. It's the direct demolition of untruth, he writes. In I'm a Skeptic, so I don't believe in a material world, I described the application of radical doubt, the most extreme form of skepticism by philosophers like Descartes and Schopenhauer, to unveil the metaphysical reality of existence. What we see in this Who Am I technique and other Buddhist methods is the application of the same fundamental principle. That principle is simply this: skepticism. You ask yourself, who am I? Then every answer that comes up, you examine skeptically and find it to be false. Until finally, all that is left is the ineffable truth of your existence. The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. Tao Te Ching. Enlightenment is not a data dump of new knowledge. It is the stripping away of falsehood through the application of radical doubt until nothing is left to obscure the truth. It cannot be expressed or shared with others because words describe particulars and cannot contain the universal. Instead, it must be approached through your own skepticism, stripping away the particulars to arrive at the universal. It may be strange to some for me to describe spirituality in such seemingly negative terms, but from the poverty of spirit promoted in Christianity to concepts of purification common to so many traditions, the spiritual path is often described in terms of taking away the profane to reveal what is already there within you. In Hinduism, the concept of neti, not this, from Advaita Vedanta, perfectly mirrors this application of skeptical negation. According to Yogapedia, neti meditation helps to identify all things of the world which are not the Atman, the real, thus negating the Anatman, the unreal. This is an almost precise description of Descartes' method of radical doubt. The same neti practice is employed extensively in Jnana Yoga, which calls for the application of critical inquiry, vichara, to dissolve ignorance, avidya. Meanwhile, in Islam, the concept of tawhid, the oneness of God and prohibition of idolatry, also seeks God through negation. Idolatry can be seen here as more than simply polytheistic worship, but as any partial or particular representation of ultimate reality. Tawhid, therefore, involves skeptically renouncing all partial, incomplete, and incorrect conceptions of the ultimate divine reality to leave only the one truth, which has no particular characteristics and so cannot be depicted in any particular way. It is the same method of radical skepticism. This video only begins to touch on the topic of skepticism as a practical spiritual path, but it is certainly a subject I plan to return to. So if I've piqued your interest, please consider subscribing to this channel or the Skeptical Spirituality publication on Medium for more videos like this.